So people come to me all the time, they're like, John, my kid's struggling in school. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And the reason that it doesn't surprise me is because school in the United States is not set up with kids in mind. I want to pause here for a moment and separate out teachers from this discussion. Teachers, by and large, are brilliant, innovative humans who do way more than any of us would be able to do with way less resources and love your kids deeply and have their best interest in mind. But the structure on the whole in the United States is deeply problematic. Let's compare us to, say, Finland. Finland has roughly the same size and population as Arizona, but Finland has the #1 education system in the world. Why? Because the Finnish education system is set up with kids in mind. For example, if you follow my page, you know that kids should be standing up and moving around and getting active for about 15 minutes of every single hour. This keeps them regulated and it keeps them in their prefrontal cortex because boredom actually sends them into their limbic system. And Finland understands this, so every 45 minutes they give kids a 15-minute recess. By law, kids also do not learn well when their basic needs are not being met. For example, if kids are hungry or if kids are tired, then they will not learn well at all. So what did Finland do? They started school later and they required every school to provide lunch for every student regardless of income level. Kids also don't do well when their learning has stressors placed on it, unrealistic goals and expectations. And so Finland has basically done away with testing on the whole. And you might be like, but John, that's probably so expensive. Finland's in Scandinavia. They probably spend like 8 times as much as us per child on school. No, they spend half what we spend. If we spent like them, your taxes that go towards education would be half. So go to your school administrators. Tell them that every single kid should have a nutritious meal at least once per day. Tell them that testing does not work because it doesn't. Tell them that we need to allow our kids to be getting up and moving around at least for 15 minutes out of every hour. Tell them that school needs to start later so that your kids can get adequate sleep and actually be prepared. Because right now, school in the United States is set up for our convenience and not their learning. If you want to learn more about stuff like this or kids in general, drop a comment and make sure you follow.